Hello there, welcome back to another amazing video. And yeah, this is not canon, so don't count this as canon object checks. But also, this is my voice reveal for Bush, because the Bush voice has never been revealed before. And yes, I'm totally not a Yunzo wannabe. Anyways, let's hear from Cone.
Hi, Bush.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for the most amazing tier list you have ever seen. Isn't that right, Cone?
Yeah.
So let's discuss our characters. The Huggable are going in S, while the non-Huggables are going in F. Pretty straightforward. A, B, C, D, all the in-betweens, okay? So now let's get started. First up, we have Fiery. And I already know that since Cone is voiced by Fiery Mations, he's gonna put it in S. And I can't argue with that because I have him right here and he's so squishy and huggable. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Okay, so the second amazing character we're doing is Coiny. Isn't that right, Cone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so where do you think Coiny's gonna go?
I hate Coiny as a character, but
That's because you love Fiery as a character, to be honest.
the plushie, it looks pretty huggable. So, let's put it in B tier.
Yeah. However, I think it's a bit flat, so maybe we should just move it down one tier, maybe to C tier. And then that's probably, about where I would put it. So now let's do our third character, which is Rocky. Now, Rocky actually looks really huggable. And while Rocky is a bit of a bland character, just gonna say, I know I might get some haters, but also some fans for this. But yeah, Rocky still looks really huggable, and I would put Rocky in S.
Yeah, me too.
Because of how huggable.
Also, just look at him.
So adorable.
His vibe. He just vibes. S tier.
S with a capital S, baby.
Next up, Fiery Jr.
Oh, there's a lot of problems with it. A number one problem is that Fiery Jr. is a bit too small to hug. And why did they make one of like a character that's not really relevant to the story? Like, think about it. There's a lot of relevant characters that have no plushies. For example, Flower, Gelatin, Teardrop, the list goes on.
Yeah, Gelatin really deserves a plushie. Anyways,
That's why we're putting Fiery Jr. in C tier, right below Coiny. It's our first Algebrillion. Algebrillions are pretty different from the other ones. Because remember, they're numbers. So, where do you think we're going to put 4, Cone?
4 actually looks pretty huggable. So, let's put him in A tier.
Great choice. Okay, and now put Leaf in S tier because I have a gun. Okay, so, next up we have Loser. And I think I can see some problems with Loser being square. Because it's like, I know they're not pointy, but they're like weird feeling edges. Like you pick it up and it's like your hand gets stuck on a corner or something. Like it's really hard to pick up. And I don't really like Loser as a character, but that doesn't matter. So I think we should put Loser in B tier. Okay, so now it's time for our favorite purple pen, Marker. But I can't find Marker. Why don't we play Find the Marker? I'm just kidding. So, I'm gonna let Cone decide actually. So, yeah, Cone, go on.
Marker has no surface area and is pretty flat. So,
Nerd! Oh, sorry, continue.
So, Marker isn't very huggable. D tier.
D tier? Okay. Let's put marker in D tier. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this is just, amazing, right? It's a work of art. Oh, let's move on to pen now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that Pen is a really good character, or at least a really decent character. However, the plush is just horrible. I mean, imagine me hugging it. It would just slip right out of my hands, and that would just be... and it would fall on my foot, and then I'd have to go to the foot hospital, and then he'd say that I had an ugly foot, and then he'd, slap me on the face. Totally never happened before, and that's why I'm putting Pen in F tier, and I think that Cone can agree.
Can we please cut that one part out
Yeah.
about your foot?
No. That was the most amazing part of the video. Perfect content. Oh my god. Have you seen Yumza's foot doctor video? Ah, disrespectful. Okay. Anyways, let's go to Woody. And while I really love Woody as a character, top 10 favorites, I feel like Woody is a bit flat, just like Coiny.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's probably a bit better than Coiny, because Coiny's a circle.
Yeah.
So I think we should
And
either put
Woody's
it...
looks a little thicker than Coiny, and has more of that surface area. I sound like a nerd right now. But let's put Woody here.
In front of Coiny. Perfect. So now we have two more Algebraians, X and 2. And I think that X is probably a bit worse than 4. So we should put X maybe in front of Loser, or maybe behind 4. What do you think?
I think we should put X behind 4.
Great choice. That's probably what I was going to say as well. So, now it's time for 2. And I think that 2 is probably going to be a bit better than X and 4, because 4 has a wee thingy at the top and a lot of edges, whereas 2 is just kind of straighter. Don't you agree? Well, not straighter, more curvy actually. The opposite of straighter. But don't you agree?
Yeah.
So let's put it in A tier. Now it's our two new plushies, Bubble and Pen. And personally, I think that they both look good. However, I feel like Bubble should probably go a bit lower. 1, because Bubble's face creeps me out. And 2, because Bubble's a bit round and will fall out of her hands. So I think that we should
I know, but Bubble is basically fiery, right? Round, good enough surface area, huggable.
I mean, imagine holding a Bubble. I feel like Bubble's controversial. I feel like we should put Bubble in B behind Loser, just because I feel like Bubble could go in any tier, to be honest.
Okay.
And Pen is probably a bit worse than Bubble, but probably a bit better than Woody. So maybe put Pen in C tier in front of Woody. Also, yes, the faces creep me out on Bubble and Pen. Don't judge me. So that's the end of our tier list video, and this is the most amazing video ever, right, Colin?
Yeah. Subscribe if you want. I'm not gonna force you like so many YouTubers do, because that's just cringe.
If you're watching this on Fairymations, go subscribe to Leafymations and Fairymations. And if you're watching this on Leafymations, go subscribe to Leafymations and Fairymations.
If you want. We're not forcing you, because that's just cringe.
I'm forcing you, because Yumza forces you, and yeah, Yumza is amazing!